So I thought with this video, what has COVID done to this company to change it for the better for the future? Latest acquisition, the Hundegger Speed Cut. Not only learn how to use the machine, but to write the ultimate user's manual. We thought, crikey, sales were right down, nothing was happening. Welcome everybody, thank you very much indeed. Today we have our latest acquisition, the Hundegger Speed Cut. I think our forefathers who built the beautiful oak frames historically that we see around the country, they would have used the best tool they could get to build that frame. And if they had had the tools that we've got now, the opportunity, they would have undoubtedly used these machines because they would have wanted to use the very best. So we want to strive to use the very best equipment going forwards. I think primarily to cut our compound cuts and cut our roofs. It will help us enhance the speed that we can produce in. So it's great news. We're making more investment going forwards in the future, and this is where we want to be. So have a good day. Thank you. We have our new speed cut, and Hugh, on his journey through the academy, worked in all the different departments, has chosen to carry the speed cut forwards, not only learn how to use the machine, but to write the ultimate user's manual. So with this, you've got the sort of combination of it's a physical job, you're loading timber, unloading timber. It's a new machine, so it's quite exciting on that front. Yeah. Also, you've got the computer package, because I know you're also working with Alex in his evening course, aren't you? And how are you finding that?
Really exciting. Again, as you say, it's the manual and the mental that I'm really enjoying at the moment. Yeah. So I'm learning 3 different software systems. This one, the ones on the machinery next door, and the Dietrich's design software. Yes. So if we can get this working so effectively with the software system next door and the panels, it's just going to change.
So it's linking everything together, isn't it? It's the machines that make the oak frame, it's the machines that cut the components for the softwood, try and be as efficient as possible to get back to where we can be right on time with every project that we're producing, or ahead of time ideally. Here we have Alex Knowles, who has gone on from being a full-time frame designer. You've also got your evening classes where we are inviting anybody from the team to join, and so far you've got 4 members who's joined you on the Tuesday evening so far?
Yeah, so 4 members. So we've got 2 members from our Oakwrights Academy, that's Hugh and Freddie. We've got Pegger, who works up with us closely in design, who looks at the engineering side of the aspect, and Mark, who's joined us from estimating. So we used to train people as we needed them, whereas now we're trying to keep a consistent flow of training, with that being that we've always got designers available.
I have Natalie here with me. I'm very pleased to have joined the company. You've been with us for how long now, Natalie?
6 weeks now.
6 weeks, great stuff. And how did you find Oakwrights?
Well, I decided I needed a career change.
Yes.
I was getting into woodworking at my home.
Yes.
I realised that I found it therapeutic and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
How have you found it settling in with the team?
Oh, the boys are amazing. They're helpful. They, you know, my skill since I've joined the team from the experience with the boys in here,
yes,
you know, is going up every day. Yeah, really enjoying it so far.
Great to have you with us, Natalie, and hey, we'll talk to you in the future, see how you're getting on.
Oh, I love being here.
Thank you, thank you. Fred is on the academy, so working his way around all the different departments of the company, and you're now in the oak frame shop. How's it going?
I am. It's going really well, actually. Yeah, I've been in here about 2.5 months, so I'm coming up to finishing up in here, but it's really interesting being in the machine shop, machining this oak, and then using that to build these frames and eventually to go out on site.
Gaining an understanding all the way through the process. Freddie, I wish you luck for the future.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Due to COVID and the problems with gaining materials or equipment, we've had to change our plan. So here, an additional building for storage of materials to try and give us enough materials to be 6 months to 8 months in advance. Now, this is only part of the storage we need, but it is a great addition to the overall facility. On the other side here, we have, this will be our secure store for fixtures, fittings moving forwards. We had the March lockdown. We thought, crikey, sales were right down, nothing was happening. The market seemed to be stagnant in that January, February, March. The sales were very strong running in towards the end of 2020. And I thought, well, what is going to happen in the new year, in 2021? What is going to happen then? One of the first things that happened was the price of insulation started to go through the roof. But then not only was the price going through the roof, we could not get the deliveries that we needed, so we were almost on a rationing system. So we realised that going forwards into the future, we needed more storage for our insulation. So we had enough insulation to carry us for a 6-month period to keep production going. But also when we're giving a price to a customer, we need to be able to give a price that is held from the point when the customer signs to build the house to the point where we're bringing the insulation and the timber in to make the panel system. The next thing, there was a trade war between the US and Canada. Canada were not supplying the US with timber, so the US started buying European softwood timber, this is, that we use to build our panels. So suddenly that became in short supply. We noticed that oak was starting to take longer and longer to come through. It is not only COVID that has been affecting the oak situation, but it has been China. I've been buying the logs in the raw from the forest to convert into floorboards to then send back to us, which is a bizarre world that we live in. I took a road trip with Alex Lisson-Shell, who works for us. We went to France. We visited 16 sawmills in a week. We travelled 2,000 to just over 2,500 miles, sharing the driving, but it was a great experience. We can forward order, like with our insulation, like with our softwood timber, and have the oak stocked. Now this is a massive investment of money, a massive investment of new racking systems, a massive investment of new concrete yards and more space. We've realised actually that going forward, if we want to be the very best and we want to be a really strong company, you need to look upon training as absolutely ongoing across the board. And this was where we had developed our academy, and it was running well, it was great, but I actually realised it is good, and we really need to force that to run more youngsters through the academy. So we've got a constant supply of talented youngsters coming through, investing in the training of our people, investing in the machinery for our people to use, to produce a better product, a more efficient product, a more efficient timescale for our customers. Every time that wave crashes over us, we are looking to the solution that will make us better going forwards. So to link with the new university in Hereford, the engineering university, NMITE, which is a great thing to have, it just on our doorstep, absolutely wonderful going forwards. When I was a youngster, if I'd have been 18 years old, I would have joined straight away. A structural timber engineering degree. Wow, it would have been so great. I would have loved to have been there. We have realised that actually, due to COVID, that for some people working at home, if you're a frame designer or an architect, your most creative, productive time can be that quiet time at home where you're not getting distractions. You can really think and create beautiful houses. I do firmly believe we still need to be a team. We need to come back into the office. We develop the team spirit. But now, home working, it's a benefit. It is the future. The stress that COVID has caused to the workforce across the whole country has been extremely challenging. And it has made me realise that people need support within work, and we are looking to help our team wherever possible. One of the things that has given me great faith in the future is this presentation here. And this is the Prime Minister's independent review. Very proud to say we contributed. James Buchanan of Oakwrights has a section within this presentation. From this, the government are looking and saying we need to give more choice to the market. And what is more choice? Well, Oakwrights and other self-build companies, we are more choice. So let me just recap. What are we doing? Meeting all the suppliers, strengthening that relationship, forward purchasing materials, building store warehouses to store those materials in. We're picking insulation, we're picking timber, we're picking the oak from a store that we have to be able to make our production efficient. We are working with our team to carry out more training, not just training when it's needed, but full-time training program, ongoing, linking with the engineering university in Hereford, working upon the systems, the production facility, how that can be more efficient, how each person and through the investment in new machinery can produce more product more efficiently to a higher standard. These are all the positives we are looking at going into the future to make sure our customer service being better than it was. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Press like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Please leave a comment and tell us what story would you like to hear about self-build for the future.